After playing Gypsy for all 7 seasons of Gilmore Girls, Rose Abdoo returned to take on the role of Berta, Emily Gilmore's maid, in the Netflix revival A Year in the Life. The actor told BuzzFeed News, "No one ever said to me, 'Rose, please don't tell anyone,' but I felt that I didn't want anyone to know. My husband explained to me what an Easter egg is and I thought, wouldn't that be fun if there was something for the fans?" The minor characters on Gilmore Girls are particularly important as Rory and Lorelai chat with them on a daily basis, whether at Yale or Chilton or Luke's diner. Redditors are sharing the smaller characters in this popular series who should be seen more often. Cesar: the best Gilmore Girls Luke's diner scenes involve Rory and Lorelai enjoying some coffee, good food, and banter with Luke. But there is another employee who is a special part of the whole experience. One Redditor wrote that Cesar is great and he's definitely a side character who should be on the series more often. Cesar is nice and loves working at the diner, and there are many moments when Luke and Cesar are rushing around because the restaurant is packed and there are a lot of orders coming in at once. It would be great to learn more about Cesar and see him talking to Rory and Lorelai more. Maury and Babette Dell: there are many special people in Stars Hollow, and Redditor Fab719 thinks that Rory and Lorelai's neighbors should get more screen time. The fan wrote, "Babette and Maury are amazing, I love every scene they are in." Babette is definitely seen more often than her husband, but the two of them are a sweet match who know what the other one needs and balance each other out. Babette is always loud and fun and effusive, whether asking Lorelai if she needs help or being honest about being scared of losing Maury after her beloved cat passes away. Brad Langford is a great example of how fleshed out even the side characters on Gilmore Girls are. While he isn't seen very often, his scenes with Paris Geller are enough to show viewers that he's an important part of the series. One Redditor mentioned that they enjoy watching Poor Shaking Brad and added, "There are a lot of great side characters, it's hard to choose." Brad might be the only minor character with a real arc as fans see some changes. At first, Paris bullies Brad, who is terrified of her. But he leaves Chilton for Broadway and after starring in Into the Woods, he proudly tells his classmate that he's confident and not concerned with her anymore. Gypsy is one of the funniest Gilmore Girls side characters as she is confident and has a dry sense of humor. Redditor Sackett Online posted, "Gypsy is my favorite side character of all time," and added, "2 lines I love, Wheel, isn't he the optimistic fellow? And please make your mother stop talking to me." Gypsy is the Stars Hollow mechanic and her exchanges with the other characters are as quirky as she has her own way of doing things. Gypsy cares about Lorelai and Rory and is there for them just like everyone else in the town, which is sweet to see. Tana Schrick Rory meets a lot of people during her college years and some are more compelling than others. Redditor Mariah_Low shared that when it comes to side characters needing more storylines, "I love Tana, she's Rory's 15-year-old roommate at Yale, I think she's hilarious and relatable. I love how she shares random facts because she can't keep conversation. Tana appears briefly, and Rory and Paris both think that she's a bit strange because she speaks quietly and doesn't seem to fit in. But it would be more compassionate of both main characters to spend more time getting to know Tana. The fact that she starts college at 15 proves that she's intelligent and witty, qualities that Paris and Rory would appreciate." Michelle Gerard Redditor Effective Cup 4801 said Michelle is a favorite character who should be on the show more often. Fans do get a chance to know Michel Girard well over the show's 7 seasons and the Netflix revival, but it would definitely be great for Michel to have more storylines of his own. There are a few Michel-focused plotlines that show his kindness and love for what he does, from when he wins an R&B, and it shows up at the Dragonfly Inn, to all the times that he supports Lorelai and wants to help her out. Lulu Kushner. Kirk Gleason is the funniest Gilmore Girls character and seems to live a pretty random life, but his relationship with Lulu Kushner is adorable. After seeing Kirk on his own for so long, it's heartwarming that he finds love. Redditor Secure_Sprinkles 4483 wrote, Lulu is one of my low-key faves. That one scene when she runs away from Kirk BC she doesn't wanna give her ribbon back gets me every time. Lulu is a great match for Kirk because she stands up for herself and doesn't just go along with whatever he says, which shows Kirk that he needs to be more thoughtful sometimes. It would be great to see more Lulu scenes. Andrew might run a beloved business in Stars Hollow, especially one that Rory frequents, and yet not much about him is known. Redditor Jaylee03031 wrote, Andrew is one of my favorite side characters that we don't get to see very much. Plus he owns a bookstore, which is one of my favorite places to hang out and browse and/or buy books. Since Rory spends a lot of time at the bookstore, it's a shame that viewers don't know more about Andrew. It would be fascinating to hear more of his backstory and how he came to Stars Hollow and why he loves running a bookstore. Gil. While the other members of the band Hep Alien get a lot of screen time, with Lane Kim and Zach Van Gerbig's Gilmore Girls wedding getting an entire episode, Gil remains mysterious throughout his time on the series. Redditor QPHAM posted, Gil is probably a character I wouldn't mind hanging out with and just talking about the most mundane topic. Fans are given a few details about Gil, from the fact that he's married and a dad to his day job managing a restaurant that sells sandwiches. Gil is older than the others and he seems to have a handle on how to balance making a living while pursuing his dreams. Jamie. One Redditor said, Jamie comes to mind first when it comes to side characters needing more screen time. At the beginning of Season 3, Rory and Paris are attending a student government program in Washington, D.C., and they meet Jamie. In a hilarious moment, Paris doesn't even know that he wants to go on a date. Jamie seems like a solid, respectful, and kind partner for Paris, but the focus is more on the drama surrounding their breakup. After Paris loses her virginity to Jamie, she doesn't get into Harvard and she connects the two, breaking up with Jamie when she gets to Yale. It's too bad that viewers don't learn much about Jamie's personality.